Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do CSS, or Cascading Style Sheets as they're known. So first off, File, New Window. I'm going to give the title as CSS. Okay, there we go, so it's just CSS. I'm going to use the window and go to Objects. I'm just going to draw layers to put in some headings. So in here I'm going to have, this is where a heading could be. Okay, and this here could be this could be reading text. So that could be the reading text like so. So I'm just going to highlight it, edit, copy, edit, paste, edit, paste, and then Control V does the same thing. Okay, and it gives you the idea of some reading text. And then down along here, I'm just going to insert some nav text. And this way I'm just going to go edit, copy, edit, paste. The layer is now being, no, it hasn't been duplicated. Okay, edit, copy, click off it. That's the trick. Edit, paste, and now just move the layer down. And there we go. And we go edit, copy, click off it, edit, and paste. And move the layer off it one more time. So there we go. So that's nav text along there, and we can highlight these three by pressing Shift and clicking. You can highlight each one, and then we can move them all up together. Okay, what's going to happen here is I'm going to create a external document, just like any other HTML. It's going to be an external document that's going to be read by the code in this page, and it's going to bring into it the styling for each section. At the moment we're just using the default standards. So if we check in here, you can see that the text has had absolutely no formatting of the sort applied to it whatsoever. We're going to stay away from formatting text through this method here, because this tends to generate more code than is actually needed. So how do we generate CSS? First thing we need to go is Window. We need to go to CSS Styles. CSS, by the way, just stands for Cascading Style Sheets. So here we go. At the moment we have none set whatsoever. What we need to is we need to create the external document. So let's go Attach Style Sheet. And it's looking at the moment for a style sheet to select, whereas we could select an external style sheet had we one created, but we don't have one created. So what we need to do is we need to do a new style, and we're going to define a new style sheet file, or it could have been defined in this document only. But if we define the style in this document only, what's going to happen is that outside this document we won't be able to access the style. So we actually want is new style sheet. It's an external reference file. Okay, so the new style is going to need a name, this new style. So we're going to have three styles in this style sheet. The first style will be the heading style, the second style will be the reading text style, and the third style will be the nav text style. So first off, I'm just going to create head. I'm just going to call it, and the dot has to stay there. It has to be dot head. I'm going to click OK, and now it's asking me to save the style sheet file as. Make sure first of all you're in the correct location, and make sure you put it on the top level, as in it's not in your images, it's not in your originals. It's on the top level. If we went to all files, we would see the other pages here. So we're just going to call this web style .css. So there we go, and we click save. To make a document path relative, your documentation should be saved first. Okay, so that's it. We've got some style. And just to double check before we continue, you can Alt and Tab over to Dreamweaver. Oh, actually we don't have or even your document. No, it's not there just yet. Okay, jumping the gun. if we go, we need to choose a font for this style back here. So I'm going to select Arial. I'm going to make the size of it say 18. I'm going to make the color of it black. I'm going to click apply. I'm actually going to make the weight bold. Click apply, click OK. What you need to do now is you need to highlight the text that you want to apply the style for and click the style there. If we now go over to Dreamweaver, you'll see here that we have a document here called webstyle.css. It's just a document on the top level, and we can open this document and I can show you what's in it later on. I'll do so with Notepad. Okay, so back to Dreamweaver. Before we continue, I'm going to save the page as, and I'm going to save it at the top level as well. I'm going to call this style page. Okay, now this is the heading or the head style, but we actually want a different style for this and for this, and you're not really limited. You can create as many styles as you want. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, we're going to select on this one. Oops, I've just applied it. Just going to go Control Z. Whoops, done it again. Okay, so I'm just going to go edit style sheet. That's it. So we're going to click on webstyle.css.